and he eats some chips with Nick. And then
Kathy, they're called crisps. Get it right.
And then Elizabeth Bauman 6190 says, "Oh, and the milkshake."
Brings all the boys to his yard.
God, I love you.
Welcome to GVSV.
Welcome back to GVSV. This is Alex and Carl, and today we're going back in time, 1955.
Gonna go back in time. Come on, Back to the Future.
Yeah, that is the first movie I remember seeing in theaters.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. Let's not go for the rails.
Christmas 1985.
Mm-hmm.
They were I think they were just doing like a re-showing of it or a replaying of it.
Mm-hmm.
And this was in town at the Rialto on Main Street. And not only was the theater packed.
Oh, was it?
Oh, no. This was like 1985. The theater was fully packed. And at the very end, they had some guy dressed up as Santa like sit on the stage, and children got in line and like walked up, and like Santa would like give each child a gift.
Oh. What movie was this?
Back to the Future.
1985?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No.
Why?
Did not come out in 1985. We were 5 years old.
When did it come out?
Like in the 90s or late 80s, dude.
The original Back to the Future.
With Michael J. Fox. Yes.
Look it up. No, here. We have the iPad.
No, you have that queued up.
This is the first movie that I remember seeing in theaters.
Look at you being right. 1985. I am wrong.
No,
I
but, like,
cannot believe
it's the first.
that movie.
It is the
that
first
old.
movie I remember seeing in theaters. I have
Oh,
this
I
like
need a drink.
I have this entire childhood memory.
How are we this old? Oh,
Because we haven't died yet. But like I have this entire childhood memory tied up in this movie.
Fossils.
Let's get back into it. So if
Real quick.
Yeah.
All right. We kind of sung the song that we remembered from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Okay. Sung by
Huey Lewis and the News.
Yes, you know one of them. I'm so fucking happy right now.
So like the same way that I was in love with Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
I was also very in love with Back to the Future.
Same. I love Back to the Future, man.
Like I just Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, like Leah Thompson. Like
I'm sorry, guys. This is what we do. Let's stop our outer monologue. This is what happens when we're together. We just talk about random from my childhood.
our childhood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because
Yeah,
we're only 2 months apart.
our childhood. Jesus. Anyway, let's kick off our Q&A.
Hey guys, welcome back to Heartstopper Season 2 Question and Answer and Commentary.
Evidently.
Evidently.
Yeah.
So, in an effort to go back through the last, 2 seasons of Heartstopper,
Mm-hmm.
I spent a lot of time trying to read through and respond to every last comment. And then I think halfway through the season 3 comments, I started running out of time in preparation for today. So then I think it was Thursday or Friday, I was just speed running through the rest of the comments where I was just like, screenshot.
Jesus.
So given time, I will go back. I will respond to the season 3 Heartstopper comments. But for now, we've got season 2, and
We got a bunch, it seems like.
yes. So what I did was I screenshotted a whole bunch, and
Okay.
then I tried to group them into various categories.
Okay.
And then oh my God, I completely missed out. Yeah. So they're grouped into different categories, and then we're just going to go one category after the other. But before we start that, there is something that I want to do.
What's that?
I have a passage that I want to read for this season, and then I also have a passage that I want to read for next season.
Okay.
And I've been waiting months for this.
Months.
I'm still not done reading Solitaire.
How dare you?
What? Wait, are you?
I'm on your blanket, sir.
Get off my blankie.
You're on
my
your
blankie. It is cold in here. Okay.
Give them some context.
You understand that, I mean, probably everybody who's watched our season 2 reacts understands that I have a lot of feelings tied up in the relationship between Charlie and Ben.
I would say that.
Yeah. And I didn't realize, so like this being the author's first book.
Okay.
And this predating Heartstopper, but taking place during Heartstopper.
Okay.
Because this is taking place after the New Year's Eve party, but before like the Ferris wheel thing.
Okay.
So this is kind of like smack dab in the middle. And when I started reading it and I started seeing Ben Hope's name in here, I was like, why is he at the girls' school? Like, oh, so that's where he transferred. And then I get further into the story and I find out, oh, wait, Tori doesn't know. Tori knows that Charlie was dating someone, but Tori still doesn't know who that person was.
Okay.
So here are 2 passages that I wanted to read. One from Tori meeting Ben Hope.
Okay.
And then the next one is going to be Tori talking to Charlie about Ben Hope.
Okay.
Becky is with Ben Hope at school. Becky being Tori's acquaintance.
Okay.
I wouldn't call her a friend, but like they've known each other for a while. They're together now. They're together in the common room and they're smiling a lot. After I've been sitting nearby on a swivel chair for several minutes, Becky finally notices that I'm here. Hey, she beams at me, but the greeting sounds forced. Morning, Becky and Ben are also... Yeah. Morning. Becky and Ben are also sitting, Becky's legs up on Ben's lap. I don't think I've spoken to you before, says Ben. He is so attractive that I feel awkward. I hate that. What's your name? He says. Tori Spring, I say. I'm in your math class and English. Oh, right. Yeah, I thought I've seen you. I don't think he's seen me. Yeah, I'm Ben. Yeah. We sit there a bit, him expecting me to continue the conversation. Clearly does not know me well. Wait, Tori Spring? He squints. Are you Charlie Spring's sister? Yeah. Charlie Spring who goes out with Nick Nelson? Yeah. Instantly, all traces of smarminess drop from his face, leaving only a kind of strangled anxiety. For a moment, it's almost as if he's searching for some reaction from me, but then it's gone. Cool, yeah. I saw him around Shroom. I nod. Cool. You knew Charlie? Says Becky. Ben fiddles with his shirt buttons. Not closely. I just saw him around, small world and all. Yeah, I say. So that's Tori's first interaction with Ben.
Okay.
And then this is taking place. Okay, so the next scene takes place in the waiting room outside of Charlie's therapist. Charlie and Tori's parents are still in there with the therapist.
Okay.
And then Tori and Charlie are just sitting there in the waiting room talking to each other. The water machine bubbles. The windows are open a crack, and the breeze is rattling the 1980s blinds. Charlie looks at me. What else is happening, he asks. We haven't talked properly in ages. I list the things. Becky is going out with Ben Hope. She talks about him all the time. I haven't talked to Mom and Dad properly since Saturday. I haven't been sleeping a lot, and there's Michael. Charlie nods. Yeah, that's a lot of things. I know. A real array of first world problems. Hang on, he says. Becky is going out with Ben Hope? Yeah. Ben Hope, who used to go to Truum? What, do you know him? The question almost appears to startle him. After a short pause, he says, yeah, we used to be friends. Not really anymore, though. Okay. I'm staying off school tomorrow as well. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, mom and dad, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's it. That's the entire conversation between Tori and Charlie about Ben.
Okay.
Now, at this point, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody out there who's going to read this in the future. So I'm going to cut this and we're going to speed through this, but I'm going to tell you what happens next.
Okay. Jesus.
Like, and that's where the part 1 of the story ends.
Mm.
And I was like, what is happening here? So, he didn't die, but,
Okay.
it was interesting to see this character come back and then like be such a pivotal part of the story.
Yeah.
And I was like, I thought we were like, honestly, season 2 Heartstopper, I thought that was it. I thought he was gone. I thought like that was the end of that character.
Yeah.
But then like to see him come back in the story, a story that was written before Heartstopper, I was like, oh wait, he was always coming here.
There it is.
There it is.
That's interesting.
That is interesting. So, get us started? No.
Let's get us started.
Get us started. Okay. So, our...
Bing. This is where your comment's going to be, right here.
It's actually, they're probably going to be all over the screen at this point.
All right. Whatever.
No. But this is probably where...
Yep.
And I think let's go through all 4 comments.
Sure.
And then we'll discuss. So this first starts off from Concentric Millie. Oh.
Concentric Emily.
Hey, sorry. I don't have my glasses on.
Okay.
Responding to your query about someone AroAce would want out of a relationship is companionship. There is a type of relationship called queer platonic relationship where you are life partners with some without the romance or sex, but you care deeply about each other and share companionship. So some of the things that come with couplehood, like sharing meals and spending time together, but in a platonic way. Hope that makes sense. And then Loretta Crooms 4398 responds, I was coming back to tell Carl about QPRs. I didn't think of them when I first watched the review, but you already told him. Isaac's storyline is a great way to get people educated and curious about people on the ACE spectrum. Okay. I am going to... So this is Sam Sadie 79.
Yep.
Talking about the AroAce discussion. I think the part that I wanted to highlight here was the fact that she specifies that in an asexual community, we further break down how we feel about the physical act of sex as separate from attraction, and it can be someone who is asexual can be sex repulsed, sex neutral, or sex positive. I thought that was just a very specific thing that I didn't see mentioned in any of the other comments. So,
Okay.
so I wanted to highlight that. And then she also brought up the fact that, speaking from her personal experience, so often was made to feel that there was something wrong with me and that I just hadn't met the right person when I just wasn't feeling sexual attraction in the same way as everybody else. Having romantic and sexual attraction, or being allo, is the assumed default for everyone, regardless whether the person making the assumption is queer or straight. I was in my early 40s when I realized that I am asexual rather than broken, and it was extremely liberating. There are so many in the AroAce community who only realize they fall on the A spectrum well into adulthood. Okay. And then this last one from Kathy Y72. My school had the same rule about having a date at prom, so I ended up not going. I wanted to go with a guy I had a crush on since junior high, but didn't find out until just before graduation that he was gay. Of course, years later, at the age of 48, after being married to someone else for 19 years and having 2 kids, I realized I am asexual. Life is weird sometimes. So
Life is weird sometimes.
Life is weird sometimes. So I just pulled those together within the category of AroAce.
Okay.
And I feel like maybe Isaac's story didn't give that much clarity as far as like what this means.
It's not a lot of time for them to give that type of clarity, right?
Especially considering there's so many other stories and so many other characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough time or space for that whole storyline to get fleshed out properly.
True.
You know, they hinted at, not hinted at, they started at the very, very surface stuff around Isaac and him figuring himself out.
Yeah.
But they haven't, you know, the show hasn't given him the attention that they gave to the other main characters.
True.
You know, and with season 4.
Well, here's something that is not a spoiler, but
be very careful. Don't want to spoil things.
No. Something that was revealed within the books, but was not clarified within the show.
Okay.
Do you remember when Tori and Charlie went up in the Ferris wheel?
Yes.
In the book, or in the webcomic, she comes out to Charlie as asexual.
Okay.
And the thing is that I wonder if because Isaac didn't exist within the books, I think that they created Isaac for the show.
For that
I think that
storyline.
I think they brought him into the show so that they could cover that base
a little more
than
a single conversation.
Yeah.
At a single point in time.
Yeah, at a single point in time where his sister just is like, by the way, I'm asexual, and like that's it. There's no discussion, no detail, no whatever.
A single sentence.
In
like 3 seasons of TV.
Yeah, or in 5 volumes of a webcomic.
That's no small thing.
Exactly. So I think
that's interesting.
To create the character of Isaac and to give him that journey.
Well, I'm glad they created the character of Isaac because I liked Isaac.
No, Isaac was good. I did like Isaac.
I mean, and think about it, right? So they created the character of Isaac to kind of give that storyline, not storyline, but that
representation.
I guess that's the word for it. Some life, some real flesh and blood. Yeah. All right, and I want to say he's probably one of the more popular characters on the show.
I mean,
what do you mean?
I mean,
come on.
For me, it's Nick and Charlie.
Of course, he's Nick and Charlie.
For me, it's Nick and Charlie.
I just think Isaac is hilarious.
I know.
So
no, he's good, and I love him. You know,
I'm glad they decided to do that instead of just keeping a simple sentence.
Oh yeah,
I mean, Isaac is funny. He definitely added a lot to the show.
Yeah,
the show would have been way different without him.
Yes. I think that.
I don't think it would have been less popular, but I do think it would have been less funny. Would have been less entertaining.
Okay, I can see that. There was a character that within the Tao Charlie friend group that was removed.
Okay.
His name was Aled, A-L-E-D.
Okay.
But I believe, I could be wrong. I believe he was just gay.
Okay.
And I think that to replace Aled with Isaac and to give,
Isaac that a different identity. Sure.
Yeah. That representation.
And you know what they also did? It brought some balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then it would just be like Tao and 2 gay guys. Or no, once Nick joins, Tao and 3 gay, two gay guys and a bi guy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Really, really good work by the production team.
Exactly. So, ready for the next category?
Yeah, let's see. What do we got?
Okay, this next one, oh no. I don't. Carl knows things.
Yes, I do.
Who came up with these folder titles?
I wonder who. Wasn't me.
Okay. I'm beginning to think Carl is psychic. And if you've seen season 3, you can guess why. Oh, when we do the season 3 Q&A,
Yeah.
there's a passage that I need to read from the book
Okay.
that has been blowing my mind for months now. Yes, exactly. Carl knows things.
I know how to read people.
Exactly. Kit would rock as Captain America.
I'm saying, right?
And this is from season 2.
But I get that. But like as they start to move forward with MCU, right, and then you get different characters, he could definitely rock a young. Come on.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I know y'all are with me on this one.
Yes. I don't know if it was in this season or the next season, but somebody commented that why couldn't he play Captain Britain?
Who?
Betsy Braddock's brother.
But okay. Kit Connor looks like Captain America.
Yeah.
He just looks like Captain America. I don't know what Captain Britain is.
I honestly I
don't know the storyline.
do you know the X-Men character Psylocke?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, she was always in like a relationship with Angel, Warren Worthington.
Yes.
Her older brother is Brian Braddock, Captain Britain.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the superpower? Insta-T?
Oh no, it's effectively Captain America but British, but not through the same means. I think his strength and everything comes from like Merlin magic.
Merlin magic.
Yeah.
So not like super psychoactive tea.
No.
Very British.
Okay, I'm continuing on. Yes. And then the response to that from Gary Prime 6983 being that if you know, you know, season 3, in response to the Kit looks like Captain America. Astro Wharf Craig 9164 says, thanks for acknowledging us older ones, Alex. Not only were we considered mentally ill, we were also going to hell for it. And you, Carl, should pick me some lottery numbers.
Telling you, I should.
Yes. And this very last one from Bingley Austin. For your Q&A, Carl has been very good at predicting what's going to happen in the series. What was his biggest surprise overall or in each season?
Being that I know the future, I was not surprised by anything. What was I surprised by?
Or I guess maybe something that was unexpected. Because I feel, and this is me projecting.
Okay.
I feel like initially you were reading the Isaac-James relationship as Isaac being straight and...
Nope. I wasn't reading it as Isaac being straight. I was reading it as Isaac being unsure.
Okay.
Okay. I was surprised that coupling didn't happen.
Yes.
Right. But I'm also not surprised, because not every interest needs to become a coupling,
True, but there's no guarantee that they might not become a queer platonic relationship in the future.
Sure, if that's what, rings their bell.
I mean, my biggest concern is that unrequited desire from James.
Yeah.
To be in a lopsided relationship where you want somebody and it's not returned.
Well, I mean, then don't get into that relationship. It's that simple. It really is. You understand what you're getting yourself into. And if you go into a relationship thinking, oh, that person will change, you're already selling yourself up for failure.
Okay, so what about the flip side? What if the person is a complete pragmatist and understands that the situation will not change and is willing to accept the meager scraps of attention that come their way?
That is become a situation where resentment builds.
Yes.
It is just the way humans work.
Yeah.
It is a recipe for resentment,
yeah.
which is a toxic murderer of relationships of all sorts, not just romantic.
Yeah, no. No, you're right.
But like biggest shock.
Not shock, but like something that you maybe didn't see coming, or maybe didn't go the way that you expected it to.
I didn't see. Oh man, Darcy, was it cutting her hair?
Yeah, yeah.
That thing.
Where?
And I should have seen it, being she had such a tragic home life. Or am I getting the character's name wrong?
No. You're right. You're right.
Okay.
Darcy, who was in a relationship with Tara, and
Yes,
then
yes.
decided that they were non-binary.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that tragic, home life was what breeds these things, But what I'm saying is that when she started finding herself, she started,
Yeah. Well, once she came to the realization that they are non-binary, and started to, I guess, accept that as, their truth. But the thing is that I wonder how much of that is just art imitating life.
I have no idea. I just, the question is, what didn't I see it coming?
Yeah.
It was that.
I wonder if the unexpectedness of that is simply stems from that wasn't where the story started, and I think the story adjusted to match.
Okay, so this is a webcomic, right? Right. How did that, is Darcy part of the webcomic?
She is.
And how is she represented in the webcomic?
As female, and
then maybe the storyline changed to give
but
representation to some
yeah,
group.
yeah. But the thing is, like, also,
And that could also be why it was surprising, because that felt like a sudden change.
yeah, because I think it was. I think that they, rather than force the.
No, it's not forced. It's keeping with canon.
No, I understand keeping with canon, but I guess rather than make the actor-actress continue to play the role as it started, to make the role fit the actor-actress.
Oh, okay. So the actress is not binary.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's what I was saying as far as like art imitating life.
Okay.
Because
now I understand the comment. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that makes more
so
sense then.
yeah.
Okay.
So they
Okay. No.
after season 1 aired.
No. I get the pivot. I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah.
And until you said that she was also non-binary.
Yes.
That now I understand the pivot away from the canon material.
Yes.
Because it felt like a departure from the personality and the person they'd set up. If that makes sense.
No, I understand that, and I think they did that to better represent the actor-actress.
Okay. I mean, it wasn't like shocking.
No.
But I was like, shoehorned is the wrong term.
Just unexpected?
It was unexpected.
Yeah. There you go. So, your biggest surprise overall.
Yeah. I didn't see that one coming.
True. And I will say that.
See, just remember that when you ask for these lottery ticket numbers, I get stuff wrong too. It's not often. And don't tell my wife. But sometimes I do get stuff wrong.
What do you mean? She watches these.
Yeah, I know.
My spouse has stopped watching these.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How dare you? That's because we're watching things that he doesn't care about.
No. I do think he stopped watching like halfway through Heartstopper.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, look, this is not his bag. That's all good.
No, it's not even that. No. It's just better things to do with his time. It's fine.
Yeah. Anyway,
Next category. I titled this folder Carl Violence.
Despite what your mother told you, violence does solve problems.
Okay, we only have 3 comments on this one.
Mm.
Carl talking about hitting someone, then 2 minutes later denouncing it as wrong, then going back to it, crying emoji. Also, Gary Prime 6983. Also, may I recommend using names instead of SV and GV when you caption? That way viewers associate the person with the name. Yeah, I think I think early on we weren't going to like reply to comments at all. And then we decided that we were going to. And then we decided how are we going to keep it differentiated between the two of us.
Yeah.
So then at first it was like, oh, well.
Well, in the beginning, we weren't, our names weren't out there as much, right? Like just in the open.
Yeah. But the thing is that like.
Who's Carl?
Who's Carl? Who's Alex?
It's easier to identify the straight guy from.
Because I think that was something that we picked up on from the comments themselves.
Yeah.
Because during the first few Heartstopper reacts, a lot of people in the audience just didn't know who we were. Mm-hmm. So we were just being referred to as SV and GV.
That's right.
So then we took that on as like our labels. We were just signing our comments SV and GV.
Yeah. We still do, kind of, sort of.
I do both now.
Okay, so are we gonna react per?
No, we're not. Okay. I just stopped. I abhor violence, but I'd pay to see Carl versus Ben in a steel cage. Okay, maybe I abhor violence when it involves me. Astro Wharf Craig 9164.
Craig, most people abhor violence when it involves them. Yes. You're not alone.
Yes, but
some of us don't.
When it involves them?
No, because it has to involve them.
Okay. Mark 99K says, note to Carl, who wants to strangle Ben. We've all had that urge. Even Sebastian Croft, the actor who plays Ben, the actor has said flat out that he wants to punch him.
See, I'm not alone. Violence solves problems. Just saying.
Also, Sebastian Croft, the actor who played Ben, in his social media had put as a tagline, because you can like add like a little blurb of like who you are. He put as the tagline on his socials, the president of the I Hate Ben Hope Club. And I think
it's a good thing to be.
For whatever reason, one of the social media platforms like saw it and like got upset by it, and then like I don't know, restricted his account for it.
Man,
I know
it had to be a meta platform.
Whatever. I don't remember which one it was, but
I almost got banned from because I called myself fat in a comment on a thread.
In Threads?
No, I don't mess with Threads.
Then I don't know what.
Well, on Facebook.
Oh, on Facebook. Oh, okay.
Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't downloaded Threads on purpose.
I mean, by default, it's attached to all of your Instagram handles.
Yeah, but I don't have it. I delete it.
That's fine.
Ignore it. Anyway, more importantly, I got a strike from Facebook.
Yeah. For calling yourself fat.
Calling myself fat.
So self-deprecating humor.
Which I'm famous for.
Oh, I know. I know.
On a comment thread
Yeah.
from my friend's account. I'm like, I'm not here on like a business page or community page disparaging, and nobody reported me.
Yeah.
It was some AI bot saying, oh, you can't say that. Go yourself.
Oh, well. That's it for Carl Violence. This next folder is called...
I don't abhor violence as much as I probably should. Just saying. People like don't like... it's a good tool.
Okay.
Just saying.
I'm just...
Teach your kids how to fight.
I'm just picturing you strangling Ben.
Rear naked choke, baby.
Okay, these 4 comments revolve around just the show itself.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to do with us, doesn't have to do with... So it's mostly about... So Kathy Y72 says, the only time we see Charlie eat is on their date to the beach in season 1, and he eats some chips with Nick. And then...
Kathy, they're called crisps. Get it right.
And then Elizabeth... Bauman 6190 says, oh, and the milkshake.
Brings all the boys to his yard.
God, I love you.
This is why he has me here, folks. Comedic relief.
I'm not going to finish that sentence. I was of... I guess I didn't remember these instances, but when we came to the discussion point of Charlie being having an eating disorder, I just blanked on all of this, and I was like, yeah, no, we've never seen him eat.
Nope.
So next, Chimex with 2 X's. I think Isaac wants to want it, and that's what he's feeling. This was in season 2, episode 6.
Okay.
And then Daniel7137 replied with, that was me for 3 decades before I finally came to fully understand about the ACE spectrum. It's a real pain going through life thinking there's something wrong or different about yourself and never knowing what. Like Isaac, I'm socially gay, but not much into sex or romance. And when I was young, we simply didn't have the vocabulary, re, asexuality that now exists. So the comment, I think Isaac wants to want it.
Yeah, I buy that 100%.
Yeah. Because I saw other people talk about how
Like we spoke about Don't React.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like that he has like an expectation that this is
Yes.
what he should want. You know?
well, I think this expectation brought on by all of the stories that he's read, priming himself for that moment.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I know what romance is because I have read so many books. When this happens to me, this is what I should expect. And then to kiss James and know that he's not feeling it.
It's a pretty good way to set yourself up for failure. Learning about romance or love through romance novels. Just saying. They're fantasy books.
Oh, I know they're
That
fantasy.
shit doesn't work in real life, man.
Yes. Well, I mean, it doesn't just have to be like romance novels. It could be classical literature. I mean, how much?
Still,
I mean,
you're not learning about love through classical literature. Which,
says the boy that read all of Shakespeare in high school.
yes, because I like to understand storytelling.
Exactly.
All right. Understanding classical literature gives you a leg up in how you articulate yourself, your ability to articulate yourself, the flexibility you have in articulation.
But I also feel like he was a good study of human nature.
100%.
And I feel like that's...
I mean, as you know,
Yeah.
I'm immensely curious
Yes.
about human nature and the things that make, as you guys have learned, through our journey, what makes people tick.
Yeah.
Okay, not so much, this is what you, okay, what is behind, what are the mechanisms pulling the strings on that thing you are?
Yeah.
That's so interesting. And if you really want to dive into the most early understandings or like surface level understandings of that, read Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Read Shakespeare.
Yeah. No, I think that was one of the things that my dad told me when I was young. He was like, if you want to understand human nature, read Shakespeare.
Read Shakespeare.
Miles Crocodiles says, go back and set a timer with Nick's dad. From the moment he waves to Nick from the other side of the cafe to the moment he answers the phone at 1 minute 42 seconds. And that includes the time it took Nick and Charlie to walk across the cafe, say hello, introduce Charlie, order coffee, and get sat down. 102 seconds. The guy spent more time using the toilet that morning and then spends talking to his son who has traveled international borders to see him.
But we called it.
Yeah. No, but it
call
was
it.
just...
I mean, look, that last sentence is kind of unfair. Because, Nick didn't travel just to see his father, right?
No, it was just an overlapping of...
Yes, there was an overlap. And there was some travel,
Yeah.
no doubt. But, wow, there's a creep. Not a creep, but a cretin.
Okay. I don't know the difference.
A creep?
Versus a cretin?
A creep, I feel, has different connotations.
Okay.
Cretin is just like an unaware jerk.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the idea of malice versus ignorance.
Yeah, I don't know that he was purposely malicious. I think he is definitely ignorant. I think there's a touch of narcissism there.
Yeah.
And an inability to step back and apologize.
Yeah. Also, before you mentioned it during that episode, that was the first time I ever heard you say it.
What's that?
Malice versus ignorance comment.
Yep. Never assign malice to which you can assign ignorance.
Yep.
They'll save you so much heartache.
Exactly. And then this last one, Elizabeth Bauman 6190. Harry bullied people, especially Charlie and Tao, with homophobic comments because he thought they'd get a good reaction out of his friends. He was right. At first, his mates would laugh and he would get the attention he was craving. In Harry's eyes, gay people were just pathetic losers and outcasts, good for being the butt of jokes. After the cinematic fight, his homophobic comments not only lost him Nick, but also the other three guys, Cy, Christian, and Otis. Now he can't go to a party because of his reputation for homophobic comments. He's experiencing the social consequences of his behavior. He sees that the LGBT clique that has three people he used to have in his orbit, Nick, Tara, and Imogen, is thriving. And gay people aren't necessarily the pathetic outcast, and he doesn't get the social capital anymore from calling them that. He's not at risk of being rejected by gay people and sinking deeper into hatred because he didn't hate them in the first place. They were just a tool to get attention, just like the other hapless losers whom he bullied. Yes, he's going to reflect and not use homophobia to try to get laughs anymore. Is that because he's becoming more evolved person? ? Maybe, especially now that he knows his teammate Nick is with Charlie. More likely, though, it just means he's going to drop that tool and try to focus on other tools he can use to get attention because he can't rely on it like he used to. I agree with her.
I don't know. I think there was some lesson learning towards the end for him.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. So it's tough to say, right?
Yeah.
Because absolutely was using that as a way to get attention, 100%.
Yes.
All right.
But do we think that he himself was genuinely homophobic?
No, I just think he was, like she said.
Yeah.
You know, he's okay. That was an easy target.
Yeah.
You know, they're not going to fight back.
Exactly.
Right. And it makes people laugh. I don't think for 1 second, if his friends had the stones to say, hey, that's not cool, that he continue with it.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's not getting him the attention he wants.
Exactly.
He doesn't want the negative attention. He doesn't want the social, his social, credit to decline. There's a different word I was looking for, but I couldn't find it.
I get it, though.
Ostracation.
Okay.
He didn't want to get ostracized.
Yeah.
But it just seems like he was starting to learn a lesson that maybe being a prick isn't the best way to be a person.
And I hope so.
And again, that's just me, my observation, and we're all, we all have our own observations, our own opinions about things. But do I think he's like totally turned the corner? No. But I think he's approaching the corner, and if he manages to have some more development, that he could turn that corner.
Yeah.
All right. Plenty of people have changed.
Yeah.
For the better.
Yeah.
All right. So it's not the question for him, and I'm not willing to dismiss him.
Okay. And that is it for the Heartstopper folder. We've got 2 more folders. I'm going to start off with thank you. So I'm just going to read through all 5 of these.
Okay.
And then we can reply at the end. JD Go Yanks said, I truly wish I could share your channel with my family and friends, but most people I know don't even know I'm gay. Hopefully someday I can share my life with them. Thanks again for your channel and reactions. Loretta Crooms 4398 says, I really appreciate the realness of your actions, praying for your healing. That was for season 2, episode 6. Season 2, episode 7. Oh my God. Thank you for leaving the Ben scene in your review. This one is from Bingley Austin. Thank you for being so vulnerable with us. So much of what you said resonated with my own reactions though at different points in the story.
Vulnerable with us, Alex. Don't leave that out.
Okay.
Talking to you, my guy.
I know.
Okay. Well, don't leave that out.
He's talking to us.
No. Talking to you.
I know.
Remember, I'm not vulnerable. I have no emotions.
You're gonna make me cry now. Oh my god. Wait, I'll go back to that one. Elizabeth Bauman 6190 said, "I appreciate your leaving in the emotional bits. Parts of the magic of this show is how profoundly it can affect people, and it's validating to see it happen with you too." And then this very last one is from Linda Z 1290. She says, "Okay, why is it your reaction to episode 7 of both seasons has made me cry both times? Carl, you continue to impress me with your ability as a straight man to be so open toward the LGBTQ plus community and express your thoughts, feelings, and your life journey as well. I can tell you're a good friend and devoted husband, a good dad, and most importantly, a solid role model for other straight men. Alex, thank you for sharing your journey with us, and especially not cutting out your reaction to the Ben scene. That was so emotional for you. I needed it to stay in. I think this may help people out there who feel the same way you do about that scene, and provide them with some solace in knowing they're not the only ones who feel that way. Great job, you two. You are wonderful to watch, especially in today's divisive environment. A discussion for another day. Thank you both again."
Discussion for another day, another channel.
Exactly. Not here.
Not here.
But those were just a lot of thank yous that we received throughout season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to highlight them here because I'm grateful to, you, the audience, for being there with us on this journey. But more so, I'm grateful for you being here with me, because like I've said before, this channel wouldn't exist without you,
Okay.
because there's no one else that I could do this with that knows me as well as you do, that I would be able to do this with.
Well, I understand that. I mean, I think a channel like this would pop up sooner or later.
Of course.
All right. To be quite honest, and I'm not a big social media consumer, but I haven't seen this out there.
Yeah.
All right. And when we were talking about doing the Heartstopper, it was only gay folks reacting to it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've seen all types of reactions to the show.
Okay, again, I didn't spend a whole lot of time on it.
Yeah.
You've seen me use social media. Okay, I'm done.
I know.
It's literally like, okay, I spent 3 minutes too long here. I'm done.
I know.
But it's a pleasure to be here to kind of, I guess, open up in my own way to these things like I would never consume.
Yeah.
Nothing against what people like or enjoy. I don't particularly do the TV thing.
Yeah.
Unless it was something that like I really enjoyed from somewhere else. My big thing, my big screen thing is video games.
Yeah.
Period.
And I think that
And I get super excited about like things like The Witcher and Fallout, those TV shows. Love it.
Oh, I mean, you binge watched Fallout the first day.
I love it. I love it. But what I'm thankful for is that people wait to do the construction in the surrounding apartments while we're recording.
They're the people getting ready for the party.
Why does it have to involve a hammer?
I have no idea.
What type of party are they throwing?
I don't know if they're throwing a party or if they're like doing meal prep. Like,
The hammer?
is that a hammer?
They're hitting something, dude.
I don't cook, so I don't cook.
I know. But I'm very appreciative of the audience, especially in the beginning, where I was trying to find my footing with this stuff. People say I come across kind of bluntly, and I do, because I don't have a whole lot of time for flowery verbiage all the time. There's times where I absolutely can speak eloquently, communicate eloquently when it's necessary. Most of the time, I'd rather just get to the meat and potatoes and say, hey, this is what it is.
Yeah.
And that rubbed people the wrong way. There's 3 episodes. But as the show started to grow on me, that fell away. And I found a space where I can fit myself into this little universe, which, I'm grateful for. All right. And look, I'm not saying that I'd rewatch these things.
No.
But I'm looking forward to season 4. If you're listening out there, talking to you. Because the stories are cute.
Yeah.
They're endearing. I know that there's a whole lot more meaning for you and the folks within the community that I don't share because it's just not representative of my life. But I'm very happy to listen, to have meaningful, non-combative conversations, and to express my sincere thoughts when it comes to human interaction. And I think where I found kind of my footing is kind of just like, hey, I could settle into this human interaction thing, right, and not make it for me a representation thing, because that's the life you live. I don't fucking understand. How could I?
No, I understand that, and I feel like you did gravitate towards just the simple fact that, like, oh, these characters are in love. Like you just kind of peeled everything else away, and you were like, oh, you know what?
This is where I can relate.
This is where I can relate. Like,
this is where I can speak to.
Exactly.
And I did that.
And I've already said this in multiple episodes before, or at least 2 other episodes. The experience was cathartic for me. There was just a lot of feelings that I had not processed that, I've watched this show and I've let myself feel throughout this show. And I said this in the very first episode of the very first React that we did. The first season of the show, me and my husband watched that season, and every episode made at least one, if not both of us, cry. Like, okay. There was just a lot of just emotion that gets brought up by either being represented or seeing something that almost like a longing, almost like if only my life could have been that way. If only I could have experienced that when I was that age. If only I could have had those experiences. Like, and then Ben. and that's the one experience within the story where, like, oh yeah, I've been there. I've dated someone like that. And it got emotional. So let's finish this off with our very last category, which is called Love GVSV.
Love GVSV.
This is people not just saying thank you, but like just flat out being like, hey, oh my God, maybe we keep them short. Astro Wharf Craig 9164 said, if you two keep this up, I might develop an unhealthy attachment.
Well, we welcome an unhealthy attachment.
Max Winchester Photography said, I came for the Heartstopper, but I stayed for your friendship.
Thank you.
Thank you. Linda Z 1290 again. This was from an earlier episode, season 2, episode 5. She said, I said it before and I'm saying it again. I am enjoying your reactions more than any other reaction videos I've seen. I love the way you two are making discoveries about one another because of watching this series. You have such a wonderful friendship. I wish there were more of the both of you in this world.
We're trying. We're trying. Keep on watching.
Keep on watching. Defile Wiss?
We'll go with that.
Okay.
Sorry.
Love your guys' React videos. Thanks for making them for us to enjoy.
We enjoy making them.
Yes. Silly Rabbit Tricks Are for Kids.
I love it. I love it.
Said, do what is best for you. I love watching your videos. Your honesty and openness are why I watch your videos. I care about you putting yourself first. Give what you can. That is enough. You've already given so much. That was a response to season 2, episode 7.
So, let's take a minute here.
Yeah.
Okay. reacting in the way that we react to such an emotionally charged show is draining. Now, I won't say that it's draining like a workout or any type of, physical event.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But I know for you that being open, honest, vulnerable in front of these cameras that we put on the internet for potentially billions of people to see.
Yes.
Potentially. All right. That is exhausting. It takes energy. I know that for me, that being what you mere mortals consider vulnerable is exhausting. And I find myself, especially when we were doing that crazy run with Heartstopper.
At the beginning, when we were trying to do 7 episodes a day, or 7 episodes a week.
I was having to double down on my meditation practice to recenter. I was spending more time in the sauna to just kind of recenter and refocus myself, because I am not the person who is okay with being vulnerable in public.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that we shouldn't do these things.
Yeah.
It's why I'm saying this is that I think the reason that you all enjoy us so much is because we are willing to put it really all out there. All right. And it's a labor of love. You're my homie and I love you. Being able to share these things with you is fucking awesome. And then to have the reaction from the community and the audience at large, didn't expect it.
Yeah.
So saying that, hey, you know what? Yes. And the fact that they recognize how exhausting it is.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because it's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge not to go, okay, we have to go through this. This is not our wheelhouse, being on camera. All right.
Not our wheelhouse, but I will say that.
I mean, I'm comfortable being on camera.
No. I'm not even going to say that. I'm just going to say that being here with you makes it easy.
Yeah. And look, having somebody next to me that I've known for 3 decades, who's been there some of the worst times in high school. High school absolutely sucked.
Yeah.
You're going to have to bleep a lot of that. I'm cursing a lot. Excuse me.
That's fine. That's fine. But
the thing is, what I was trying to get to.
But you were there for me too.
Yeah, I appreciate that. What I was trying to get through all of this, my large circular conversation was to say thank you. Thank you for understanding and recognizing that in the comments. All right? Because it could go the other way.
Yeah.
Where is it? Where's the next episode? Why you guys take us long? This, that, and the other.
Oh, I know.
I
know.
And the fact that these folks understand that you're being open and vulnerable. Understand that I'm being open and vulnerable. And it seems like a lot of people understand that this ain't my cup of tea.
Yeah.
All right. So having that understanding is so fucking awesome. And thank you so much. That's what I say.
This is a tangent, but I think knowing that you're uneasy, not uneasy, but and knowing that you're doing it anyways, I think is what makes it so special.
Well,
because, and I'm gonna reflect it on myself.
Mm-hmm.
I know you hate asking for help.
Yes.
But all the times when you do ask me for help, it makes me feel special.
I understand that.
Because I know that it's taking a lot for you to do that, and I appreciate it.
Well, again, it's what it is, right?
Yes. And, whoa.
Hey now.
Cindy Sin Lu, no wait.
Cindy Sin Lu KY.
There you go.
5'5".
Oh.
Rian 2.
There you go. I've watched every episode you all have reacted to and liked them, but I need to leave a comment today. Thank you for sharing your experience and friendship with us. You are both amazing men.
Thank you. We are.
And
We are.
yeah,
You're amazing. Thank you. Pretty outstanding.
exactly. And for that, I'm going to leave us on something a little bit funny and a little bit inappropriate.
Okay. What? Inappropriate. Did you know how hard we're working to not get thrown off by YouTube?
Yeah. Sean Elliott PEV wrote, "Who are these guys?" And SLM_766 said, "Which guys?" And then Sean Elliott followed up with, "Are they gay vets? I so want the bald hairy daddy." Heart emoji.
Thank you, Papa.
There you go. And
I am flattered.
that was all the comments that I pulled for this.
You would end with that one.
I would end. That's why I
You
went.
would end. This is what I have to deal with. Can you imagine working next to a Snugglehead?
I love you.
Love you too, dude.
Oh God. So, thank you.
Yeah, at the end of the day is thank you guys. I know we're not always going to react to something that you guys are interested in.
Yes. I mean, we just did today, Red, White, and Royal Blue.
Yeah, get ready for it. It's coming. It's already in the can,
Oh,
baby.
no. Should release same week.
Awesome.
There you
Anyway,
go. Oh yeah. So this Friday's episode should be part 1 or first half of Red, White, and Royal Blue.
yeah. But listen to you guys. And that's at the end of the day, you guys have, some say in how this ship is driven. Are we going to be able to get to everything that everybody wants? No.
We're not even going to get to everything we want.
No, we're not.
Like, there's not enough. Listen, there's not enough.
There's not enough time.
There's that's it. Just flat. Like,
Yeah, there's not enough time.
There's not enough hours in the day for me to
Yeah,
edit. There's not enough.
We are the entire team. All right. It maybe one day this channel goes bonkers and we have a production team, and then Alex and I can sit down here and just watch videos and play video games all day. But until then, it's just the two of us. So we're trying to get to the things that we think matter the most to all parts of the community, all parts of the audience, not just the folks who like Heartstopper. I mean, I think the pilot month is going to be. I think we're going to get a couple series out of that.
Yeah. So if you're watching this, you still have 5 more days to react to or engage with the episodes that we put out on the Fridays in the month of January.
Isn't not a single loser in 5 of those IPs.
Exactly.
So not, each and every one of them is going to be a good time. The folks who like that stuff are going to be totally entertained.
Exactly.
Because we're going to be totally. I mean, I'm so stoked.
Yeah.
So stoked. Yeah. I'm so stoked.
Yeah. So for the month of January, we had just watched the pilot episode for Arcane.
Lower Decks.
Yeah. Star Trek Lower Decks, Dune Prophecy, Stranger Things, and The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Which we'll see how that turns out.
I think that we're onto something with The Last of Us.
Okay.
What we're doing with The Last of Us. I would make some tweaks.
But
maybe for a later episode.
Yeah.
But I think what we're doing hasn't been done before.
I've never seen it.
All right.
I've never seen
it.
I
think it has real potential. Even if you guys don't pick that one, all right, just give us your opinion, what you like and what you don't like about it. Because I think that is a really, really unique way to go into this type of reacting, especially around things that have video game IPs.
In dual media.
Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was super fun creating that first pilot. I mean, but like in this pilot month, not a single loser among them.
Yeah. So whatever it is that you guys view, comment, share,
it's a total
subscribe
aggregate
to
of your interaction and your engagement with each episode. That was like, okay, we're going to prioritize Arcane. I'm not saying Arcane's getting blown up right now. I just grabbed it.
Yes.
All right.
Or Lower Decks or Dune Prophecy or
But this is welcome to democracy, folks. This is how it works.
Yes.
All right. We put out there, hey, what do you guys want next? And you say, hey, we really want this.
Yeah. So
and then we say, you know what? Let's do it. Like Red, White, and Royal Blue. Y'all were saying from the jump that's what you wanted. And
for months now.
We said like we have to do this.
Yes.
We have to find a way to fit in the schedule. And we were going over the calendar and our production schedule, and we're like, oh, Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
This has to be for Valentine's Day.
Of course.
Right? So when we say come with us, we mean come. Come on this journey. Let's see where the channel goes and where you guys are driving, and you guys are helping us not stay motivated, but I mean, you're helping us, find the different things that you guys want to watch us react to, talk about, play. I mean, there's so many different facets that we have discussed about this channel that we want to get into that only gets driven by you guys. And we're so thankful for the support, the love, the comments, the outpouring, and most importantly, the patience and grace.
Yes. So if you could help us do all those YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe.
Tell your friends, tell your family, tell perfect strangers. The boys at GVSV having a good old time.
Join us in this adventure. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
See ya.